So, when most of us think about AI, it's probably like a chat window, right? Seems pretty familiar.
Yeah, exactly.
But what if that's really just scratching the surface? What if the interfaces we use could actually start building themselves, around
That's
us?
the big question.
Today, that's what we're diving into. Interfaces that build themselves, AI interaction evolves. We'll look at, I think, three main types and some of the really interesting challenges that come with them.
That's right. And that chat window you mentioned,
Hmm.
that's basically type 1, conversational interfaces. Think ChatGPT, the usual suspects. They're super flexible, obviously,
Hmm.
but they have this major drawback, something we call prompt effectiveness fatigue.
Prompt effectiveness fatigue. What exactly is that?
Well, imagine you're working on some complex data analysis. With type 1, you have to keep feeding it context over and over. What data, what you did last time, what you want now.
Oh,
It forgets. It doesn't really grasp your ongoing intent.
right.
So you repeat yourself, and honestly, it just gets exhausting.
Yeah, that sounds incredibly tiring. Like having a super smart assistant who has total amnesia every 5 minutes. Is there a better way? What comes after just like, talking at a box?
Well, that leads us nicely into type 2, co-inhabited interfaces. This is where things get more interesting.
Co-inhabited. How so?
These interfaces have what you might call ambient context awareness. They sort of watch what you're doing, they understand the environment you're working in.
Okay, I like an example.
Think GitHub Copilot. It sees your code, it knows the project you're in, it doesn't need you to re-explain the basics every single time.
Right, that definitely cuts down on the repetition, less cognitive load, I guess.
Exactly. But there's a catch. If the AI misinterprets your cues, if it gets the context wrong, the misalignment can be really jarring. It suggests something totally off base, and sometimes it feels worse than just starting from scratch yourself. It can make you second guess things.
So it's helpful but potentially confusing if it messes up.
Precisely. It's that feeling of plausible but wrong suggestions. They sound authoritative, so you might trust them, but they lead you down the wrong path. We're sort of ceding control without always realizing it.
Hmm.
Some modern car interfaces, when they actually work smoothly, kind of hit a sweet spot for Type 2 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Helpful, context-aware, but not too autonomous yet.
Okay, so type 2 is aware but can be jarring. What's the next step then? Can interfaces actually, like, fix themselves or adapt more deeply?
And that brings us to the really cutting-edge stuff. Type 3, generative interfaces. This is where it gets both really exciting and, frankly, a bit terrifying.
Generative, meaning they create themselves.
In a way, yes. They don't just respond to you or passively watch. They actively reshape themselves based on learning your specific needs and behaviors over time.
Whoa. Okay, how does that work?
It could mean dynamically adjusting page layouts based on where you click most often, or even like rewriting the underlying CSS of a web page on the fly to better suit your workflow.
Rewriting code automatically.
Yeah. Think about tools like Vercel's V0. It uses multiple AI models working together to create what they call contextual specificity. Imagine a business intelligence dashboard that looks different and surfaces different information for each specific analyst using it because it learned what they need.
Okay, interfaces rewriting themselves. That's a huge leap. It sounds incredibly powerful, but also, yeah, maybe a little unnerving if it goes wrong. Can we walk through an example? Show the friction across these types.
Absolutely. Let's stick with that business intelligence dashboard idea.
Okay.
With Type 1, the analyst is constantly re-explaining, show me sales for Q3, filter by region X, use a bar chart, over and over, exhausting.
Right, the fatigue we talked about.
And Type 2, maybe something like Copilot integrated into the BI tool.
Mm-hmm.
It understands the code base, the data schemas, that's better. But then maybe it suggests a pie chart for time series data because it saw pie charts used elsewhere.
Ah, the plausible but wrong suggestion.
Exactly, jarring misalignment. It looks helpful, but it's actually bad advice. That's the trap.
And type 3.
Type 3 observes the analyst over time. It sees they always look at specific metrics first thing. They struggle with certain complex visualizations. So it adaptively reshapes a dashboard layout for them, maybe suggests a better chart type for that tricky data, surfaces the key reports automatically.
So it learns and adapts the actual interface structure.
Correct. And this really highlights that trust and control paradox.
Yeah.
The more helpful and adaptive the AI becomes, the more control we implicitly hand over.
That's a really crucial point. Convenience versus control. So how do these type 3 interfaces actually learn? What are their, senses?
It's primarily through observational learning. You can think of it as the AI having sophisticated sense organs.
Okay.
Let's imagine Sarah, our data analyst. A Type 3 system observes her workflow. It notices every Tuesday morning she pulls the same 3 reports, builds similar charts. It learns her routine.
So it starts anticipating.
Exactly. The next Tuesday, it might proactively surface those dashboards, maybe even pre-populate a report template. It sees she spends ages trying to visualize a certain data set, maybe suggests a different, more effective chart type she hasn't tried. It's augmenting her work.
Ah, so it's learning from her actions and her struggles.
Yes, it's a constant feedback loop of observation and adaptation. And the key thing for successful tools anyway is that they augment human decision-making. They don't just replace it, often using progressive disclosure of intelligence, meaning the AI makes its reasoning somewhat transparent. It might say, I suggest this chart because this data type is often best viewed this way, showing you why. Builds trust.
Got it. And this isn't just theoretical, right?
Oh no, we're seeing real-world impact already. Dev tool startups using this to dramatically cut onboarding time for new engineers.
Yeah.
E-commerce sites adapting layouts to improve conversion rates based on user journeys.
Wow. So we've really gone from simple chat windows type 1 through context-aware type 2, all the way to these type 3 interfaces that genuinely build and reshape themselves around you. That's a fundamental shift. It really embodies this idea of interfaces that build themselves. AI interaction evolves.
It absolutely is. And the core challenge for us, for humans, is how do we maintain our agency, our sense of control and trust, when the very interface we're using is constantly learning and changing?
Right.
These generative interfaces aren't just tools anymore. They're more like collaborative partners. But that collaboration needs new skills from us.
Yeah.
We need to understand when to trust the suggestion, when to question it, how to guide its learnings effectively.
So it's about partnership, transparency.
Yes, transparency and maybe kind of humble intelligence on the AI's part. Maybe a final thought to leave you with.
Okay.
As we pour all this effort into teaching interfaces how to think and adapt like us, how do we make sure we don't forget how to think for ourselves?